Welcome back to Firefly Studios. My name is Kadia, and today we are going to continue with our C# fundamentals. This time we're going to talk about a switch statement. A switch statement is basically a glorified if statement with added functionality. So let's jump right into it. A switch statement will switch or do different things depending on some type of information. So in this case, it is going to switch on this integer value. So if I scroll down here, this is our switch statement right here. So you say switch, then open close parentheses, then whatever you want to switch on. In my case, it's going to be value. And then you have this format. You have case, whatever that value is going to be, a colon, and then whatever code you want to happen, and then followed by the break keyword. What the break keyword does is after we execute this, we're going to exit our switch statement and continue with whatever code is down here. You also can have a default statement. So notice I have, if my number is a 5, a 6, or a 7, I want specific things to happen. However, if it is not one of those, it is going to default to this default case where it's just going to say no value. And then I've got this set up right here where when I press 5, 6, or 7 on the keyboard, it'll change our value. So we should see different options up here. So let me attach this to a global game object. I'm going to just create an empty, attach my switch to it. The value is 0. So when I press play and I press 4, because the case is 0, or the value of value is 0, this should result in our default no value being read. So I'm going to press play. Then I'm going to press 4 on the keyboard. And you can see down here, I'm going to exit out and maximize on play so it's easier to see. But you can see it in the bottom left corner of the screen. I'm going to flip over to console. All right, I press 4 on the keyboard and see it says no value. Now if I press 5 on the keyboard and then I press 4 again, now it's going to say 5 because our value, if I press 5, is equal to 5, which means our first case is going to happen and it's going to debug our value. In our case, value equals 5. Now, if I press 4 again, see this 2? It's just going to keep doing it. Now, let's say if I press 7 and then I press 4. Now it's going to output 7 as opposed to 5 because it is now going through to this case. So switch values are very useful when you have many possible outcomes to a question or a value that you are asking the computer. One case that I've used it for, I'm going to go into this in the next script, is with enums and with different types of damage. So what this script basically does is you read in a type of damage and how much damage you're supposed to take. And based off the type of damage, it's going to calculate how much damage you should take based off your resistances, and then you'll take that amount of damage. Again, I'm going to go in that in depth in the next video, which is going to cover enums or enumerators. I hope you found this interesting. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you in the next one.